Take it back, look where I'm at. We was OG like DOC, remember?
Hi guys, it's Shawntas White here today, and today we're going to be discussing edges. This topic came up because of I was looking at this picture on Instagram and they were making fun of this girl's edges. So I was like, that's not funny, but it was like one of those little memes where they had like the girl with no edges. So and a lot of people were like commenting underneath that picture where they were like saying like, oh, she could have like a sickness or blah blah blah. I don't know if the picture was like really like real or if they just found something and just found a person and put it onto like the meme. But either way it goes, it inspired me to make a video. And yeah, crazy things inspired me to make a video. But so when I was relaxed, I do have experience with this. I'm not just telling you guys this stuff. When I was relaxed, my edges, a lot of my edges, they're grown back now, of course, because I take care of my hair now. But when I was relaxed, I would pull my edges really hard, so a whole bunch of my hair would like be just like, I had really thin edges, and so this part of my hair would always break a lot. That part of my hair would break tremendously because I was always like pulling my hair back when I was relaxed. So when I went natural, I started to see like every time I would try to like pull my hair back, there would be like little flyaways that could not ever go into my ponytail. I couldn't slick them down or anything because they were so short and thin. So I researched and I started to put some things on my edges, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So, you know, maybe if somebody's going through the same thing, or maybe somebody is experiencing some type of illness or something, that this will help them. So let's get started. So first I want to talk about the causes of thin edges or no edges. So some problems with like no edges or thin edges mainly come from health issues and like things like stress, excessive stressing. If you're stressing a lot, your hair tends to break. For me, up in the beginning or in the back, like in the very back, like you'll have hair breaking. Stress, you know, will make you lose hair. Things like chronic illness, such as like lupus, if you have hormone imbalance, those little things that we don't look at every day, except for lupus, that's a huge thing. But if you have like hormone imbalance, stress, those kind of things can result in hair loss and we not even know it. So these are just everyday factors that come about, and if you're excessively wearing and things like that, then your hair is prone to break. There's also more factors like being pregnant. Some people grow a lot of hair while they're pregnant, others lose a lot of hair while they're pregnant. So pregnancy can play a part in hair thinning around your hairline. The most common factor, and the one that I have experience with, is doing a lot of protective styling and pulling your hair a lot. Excessive styling and things of that nature, pulling your hair really tight, will definitely break your hair over time. You're putting your hair like in a tight ponytail, you're pulling your edges constantly, so you don't think of it like that, but you're constantly brushing and manipulating, so your edges are not going to be as strong as they should be. This happened more to me when I was relaxed than natural, because now I don't put a lot of protective styles. Like when you see me, you always see my hair down, or I'm doing like a wash and go. I don't really do a lot to my hair, but I do protective styles, just not as much as when I was relaxed. And the thing about it is, when I was relaxed, I wasn't actually getting my hair done. I would just like always throw it into a ponytail. So, you know, those type of things are not good for your hair. So say if you're a person who really likes wearing ponytails, you know, my suggestion would be to you is to not do a lot of these. Now, when I was relaxed, I would get the ones with the like metal piece right here. Do not buy those. When I heard about those metal pieces pulling out your hair. And I don't know why I didn't know this I didn't know a lot about my hair when I was relaxed. So when I would take out those pieces, it would always be a whole lot of hair caught in that little metal piece, and I would think that that would just be a normal thing and it wasn't a big deal. But no, that's pulling out your hair. It's pulling out the back of your hair. So make sure you get, if you do wear this type of hair tie, make sure that you get one that is that does not have the metal piece right there. And also the smaller hair ties, especially if you have a lot of hair, you have to put a lot more force on your hair to get these things to act right. So you got to keep on wrapping them. So what I switched to doing, I use these sometimes, but not a lot. I switched to these really long and stretchy hair ties. This is actually a headband, and I make it into a hair tie. And you tie it, I tie it twice, and then I put it on my hair. If I'm wanting to do, like, say if I have like a wash and go and I want to just throw my hair back because I don't want to wear it down, but I don't want to mess up my curls, I'll literally just put it on my hair like that and fluff it out. And then I'll put, like, because you know my edges are still going to be kind of like curly and wild, I'll put like a headband on and scoot it back so that the headband can kind of straighten out my edges, but at the same time I'm not putting anything on my edges, and at the same time I'm not pulling my hair. So this is just a laid back ponytail, and it's going to be really big and curly because you're not pulling your hair too tight. So that's ideal if you're a person who likes to wear your hair in protective styles. Get some type of scrunchie that is not so hard on your hair, and make sure you don't keep tying it as like really tight. You can do that every once in a while, but you don't want to do that every day because that's going to be pulling on your hair. It's going to be pulling on your hairline. It's going to be pulling on the back of your hair. It's going to be pulling on the middle of your hair. So you're breaking your hair in a lot of different places. So now that we know what causes edges to break and what causes your hair to be thin around your hairline, let's move on to things that you should probably immediately start doing when you notice that your edges are breaking. Or first piece of advice that I have for you guys, if you need help with your edges, is to catch it. Catch it as soon as you see your hair getting thin, as soon as you see like a lot of hair that can't fit into a ponytail, or a lot of hair that's breaking around the around your hairline. Make sure that you catch it. Don't just be like, okay, it's not a big deal, that's just a little hair. Well, leaving it that long is what's going to result in no edges. So you don't want to do that. So catch it right away and do something about it, okay? Don't just think that your hair is going to snap back without you helping it. And if you're doing, especially if you're doing the same thing that you've been doing and you're thinking, you know, whatever, it's not a big deal. That's a big deal. You need your edges, okay? Second thing that I suggest is to do scalp massages. You guys have seen this a lot on my channel. If you follow my channel, I do scalp massages, but I see a lot of people doing scalp massages on their hair and they kind of like miss the front part. You guys always see when I do my scalp massages that I always kind of start right here. I start right here, and then I start right here and then I start moving back. So massaging your scalp, putting oil on your hands. Do not massage your scalp with your nails, okay? Don't do that. Use your hands, don't use your nails. And then put some I'll put coconut oil, but you can choose to put whatever type of oil you want on there, as long as it's a beneficial oil. As I told you guys in my how I grew my long natural hair video, I also like to put, don't have it right here with me, but I also like to put vitamin E oil on my scalp. So I just, when I'm like doing my, washing my hair, I literally just take and part my hair, and then I'll put the vitamin E oil on one of those parts. Then I'll take my hair again and I'll put the vitamin E oil. So you just do it all over your head like that, and it really makes a difference. Vitamin E oil is pretty much the holy grail. Like, you need to get you some if you're natural. If you're not natural, get you some vitamin E oil. It's absolutely amazing for hair growth and for your scalp. Another important rule, so I guess this is rule number 3, you need to use natural clean products on your hair. On your edges, on your whole entire hair, I think that you should be using natural and clean products. A lot of people get really distraught with edges and they're like, you know, I don't want anything happening to my edges, so I'm just not going to put anything on my edges. I know somebody who literally just does not put anything on their edges, and their edges are always just kind of like there. They don't ever, like, you know, do anything to them. Well, that's not necessary. Don't just completely just say, I'm literally never putting anything on my edges because I don't want them to break off. Your edges are your hair too, and they also need some type of moisture, or they need some type of care also. So don't just say, I'm gonna just leave the edges of my hair or my hairline alone and think that it'll be good, because that kind of, I think that kind of makes them untamable. That's something that I think that it does. I don't know if it's actually true, but you're not really training them, so they're just there and they get really bushy and they're dry, and that is going to make them break even more when you don't put anything on them. So if you're a person who doesn't use gels, you can put water. Water is a good moisturizer, but I suggest that when you put water on your edges, that you put an oil on top of it so that you can be sealing in the moisture. You guys have seen on my channel multiple times that I use the Jamaican black castor oil for my edges when I'm doing like a ponytail. I use it in my how to create a slick ponytail video, and I use it a lot on my channel. So you guys already know that I use this on my edges if you're subscribed to my channel. But I also put a little bit of gel too. So make sure that you have an alcohol-free gel, and you have a gel that is pretty good, not really bad. All gels kind of have some type of catch to them, but unless you're using flaxseed gel. It's a really thick, sticky type of gel-like consistency to me. It actually feels like honey. So, and I just really like this stuff. It's almost gone. I'm gonna have to order some more. But this is a really good oil, and it like I said, it works like gel. Let me see if I can show you guys how sticky it is. Okay, you see that? It's like really sticky. And then when you put it on your hair, let me find like a really bushy part of my hair, because I didn't really do anything to my edges today. Okay, I don't know if you can see really good because, but it slicks your hair down really good. But that's basically what I do. I use the Jamaican black castor oil before I use any type of edge control or anything like that. A lot of people don't like edge control. Well, like I said, you can use a natural alternative, and I think the Jamaican black castor oil kind of can replace edge control, but at a certain time you will realize that you kind of want some edge control in your life too. So edge control that I recommend is Curls Edge Control. I really like the edge control. Another recommendation that I will have, so this is the recommendation number 4. I feel like that you should, when you're washing your face, make sure your hair is pulled back and that you have like a scarf on your head. So basically, like, so that you're not getting your edges. So a lot of times when people, unless you're using like bentonite clay like I use when I wash my hair, when I wash my face, bentonite clay, if it gets in your hair, absolutely nothing will happen. If you're using some type of brand like that is like a commercial brand that's not natural, that's a conventional type of brand, even like natural products, you know, you just never know. If you're not making the face scrub yourself, then pull your hair back, put a scarf on so that you're not getting it on your hair, because the chemicals or products that are in your face care can be getting in your hair, and without you even knowing it, it could be breaking your hair off. That's just something that I'm anal about, because, like, you know, you just never know. Stuff that you just never think about is what really matters. So my next suggestion is to sleep on a satin pillowcase. When you're wearing these little cute little bonnets, also put a satin bonnet cap underneath. So I told you guys that I researched what I could do when I first went relaxed with my hair, when I found out that my hair was actually really thin around my edges. The first thing I did was here's the Jamaican black castor oil. Again, I started to use Jamaican black castor oil. So I know you're saying, well, does it have to be Jamaican black castor oil? Can it just be regular castor oil? Well, in my opinion, I don't own castor oil. I just get the Jamaican black castor oil, and I'll tell you why. It's your choice if you want to use Jamaican black castor oil or castor oil, but Jamaican black castor oil to me is a lot better because it's unrefined. And unrefined basically means all the nutrients and the full health benefits are still intact. None were lost during processing. So you know, castor oil, a lot of the benefits are lost through the processing. Because the next thing that you guys see me use a lot on my channel is the aloe vera juice. I usually use the aloe vera juice as a sealant, but I always put it on my edges and then, you know, all over my hair. Aloe vera juice is basically amazing for hair growth because it balances the pH in our hair, which promotes hair growth. So you putting that on your edges is going to promote your hair growth. Another thing that I use a lot, and you guys see me use it in my deep conditions a lot, is rosemary oil, essential oil. Now you can apply rosemary to your edges, but don't do it by itself. This oil is too strong to just put on your edges by itself. So I recommend that you put it with some type of oil. So if you want to just put this on your hair, on your edges, then you can just mix it in with like some jojoba oil. I love jojoba oil. And you can basically mix those together and kind of like just massage it on your edges. Another way that you can use the rosemary oil is to put it into like your shampoos, your conditioner. Just drop a few drops into your conditioner, rub it all over your hair. You can also put it into your deep conditioner like I do. And another way I use it is I put it into my everyday spray bottle. So my water, I put drops of rosemary in there, shake it up, and spray it on my hair daily to moisturize my hair. Alright guys, that's all I have on thin edges or no edges. That's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it helped someone out there. If you have any more questions, of course you can leave them down below. I know you guys will. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
ODID my facts. Now POV of you and me similar Iraq. I don't